previously on Big Brother. Wow, what an eviction night tonight. A vote of 5-4 to send Rylie home. That is crazy work. I did not expect the votes to be that close. We got extended reactions out of Ava and Vince. I understood Vince because Vince stupid ass want to keep talking to everybody in the house, putting himself in the same predicaments time and time and time again. Like, why do you feel the need to keep telling people you got them on the vote? I should go catch up with him one day, I'm telling you. But once again, he was on the right side of the vote. Then we go to Ava. And at first, I was a little confused why we was having so much focus on Ava, who we really didn't hear from much this week for. But it wasn't until that 5-4 vote that I realized Vince and Ava really were swing votes in this eviction. I knew it wasn't going to be a sweep. I also knew it wasn't going to be a lopsided vote like that. But 5-4, yeah, nah, I didn't expect it to be that close. Reality is the other side of the house really stood on business tonight. I'm not surprised by some of the votes, right? Like Catherine, we figured she was going to vote for Rylie to stay. Kelly is Kelly. She's always going to be on the wrong side of the vote. Keanu and Rylie are tight. And then you have Lauren, who voted to keep Rylie in the house too. Surprised she didn't have reservations about potentially making Rachel angry with that vote, but there you go. Just one vote against the plan could have sent Morgan home. And I'm already knowing that going into next week, the house is going to become even more divided, especially with Keanu not really feeling how Rachel put Rylie up on the block as a renown. Catherine's number one getting sent home. The other side of the house is getting fed up. And even the main side of the house, they formed a whole alliance in this episode in hopes of getting Mickey sent home. They were praying that Mickey was sent next to Rylie up in that eviction block. And honestly, if she was, Mickey would have probably got blindsided crazy. Which really would have been the biggest move of the summer, for being honest. You got Ashley, Glaze, and Rachel in this episode talking about, so yeah, putting Rylie up as the renom, that's really the biggest move of the summer so far. Yeah, I'm not even mad at it. I totally would co-sign that move too. I would totally do that if I was HOH. Ashley, please. It was a good move for her game. It wasn't nothing ground shattering. You can get off it now. Speaking of big moves in Rachel's HOH, as I see the way the week played out, seeing Rylie go home instead of Mickey, Morgan, or even Vince, I really don't know how I feel about this HOH week. It was an entertaining one, don't get me wrong, and I think Rachel's nominations, all four of them were strong. But for Mickey, Morgan, and Vince to stay in the game, ones who were really making the most wreck for her and her people before going into this week, I don't know, just doesn't feel as satisfying as it probably could have if I'm Rachel Rylie. But with that new alliance that they made towards the end of the episode, the judges consisting of Morgan, Will, Rachel, Vince, and Ashley. The inception of that alliance is just so crazy. The fact that they were literally making this alliance while talking about Mickey and venting about how annoying she's been these past couple episodes. That shit was hilarious. Then you got Morgan volunteering Vince to join the alliance. You know Rachel was not really messing with that move like that, but she knew in that moment it would have been better to stay on Morgan's good side. I think Rachel's intention now is to sway Morgan and Mickey to be more on her side so that she could have the votes next week to get Mickey up out of there if she's not fortunate enough to win HOH. Mickey bought herself another week in the Big Brother house, but she needs to be trying her damnedest to win that HOH this week because she is definitely going to be public enemy number one going into week 7 in the Big Brother house. I'm jacking. Even with Morgan, who's supposedly her number one in this house, the way she was moving this episode, using the M&Ms to point out the house guests remaining in the house. Like, that's not what Morgan put you on to. It's crazy work out of you, Mickey. I'm not gonna lie. Then y'all go try to cap eating the M&Ms. Like, she no game. She put you on to that, Mickey. Come on now. All these moves Mickey's making, I keep on having to ask the question of if it's worth it in the end. The longer she stays in this house, the more of a deeper hole she digs herself into. She don't even feel the need to correct actions she's made in the past. She'll correct them and then immediately go back and make things even worse for herself in the following episode. In this episode, you seemingly worked your way back into Rachel's good graces. Then later on in the episode, you continue to fumble your footing with your relationship with Morgan and Ashley. And it's all because you don't know how to stop running your mouth. Mickey, please close your voice box at some point. Not everybody need to know what's going on in your head 24/7. Worst thing is, though, realistically, it's too late. With this new alliance that just formed in the house, there's no way Mickey's not going to be in that jury house early. She would have to do insane damage control in week 7 of the Big Brother house. I just can't see it. It's not her character. It doesn't fit the timeline. And in the end, she just played her cards way too close to her chest. So I could definitely see Mickey going home next week. Hopefully not. But I'm running out of hope for this character as the episode's going. I'm not going to lie. Shout out to her for winning this Blockbuster competition, though. Rylie and Morgan are fools. They had a whole minute on the clock, and they decided to just end it, feeling mad comfortable about where they were at. Mind you, they were actually playing the competition pretty good. I would have tried to run that back at least another 30 seconds to get a better position. But yeah, Mickey ran away with this one, and I was really thinking during the challenge, I'm like, yo, Mickey's going to be trash at this challenge, and she ended up winning. So good shit to you, Mickey. I know I said what I said earlier about Rachel's HOH week, maybe not being the best considering the top people she wanted to get out at the beginning of the week are still here. But with the new alliance she just made, plus the connection she has with Keanu, Kelly, and Ava, I mean, Rachel really got a lot of power in this house right now. With her being the central point of a lot of this power, I'm very curious to see how much further she makes it in the game. I'm still team she's not going to win it, but I mean, it's looking like she's going to be in deep jury talks as the season progresses, which I mean, it is Rachel Rylie, so could we even be surprised for her? Also, the irony of Rachel being the one to break up a showman is mad crazy. Speaking of crazy, Vince forgetting about his final 2 with Kelly was mad crazy. Bro got so many final 2s. We even get a montage of the amount of final 2s he has in this episode of the other ones that he forgot about. Like, dang, he lost his final two with Rylie, but he still had his final two with Kelly and Lauren and Morgan. Brother is truly shameless. There's no other way to describe it at this point. Rylie and Catherine, it was good while it lasted, I guess. Wish y'all the best outside the Big Brother house. We end the episode with the news that apparently the next episode of Big Brother Unlocked is supposed to be a big one. We see that the mysterious special guest is going to be part of this next episode is none other than Boston Rob himself. I just bust out laughing when I seen bro on TV. Do you not have kids back home you had to take care of, or are they now old enough to be in college? I really don't be keeping up like that. But now, when Julie asked him if he'd be able to play in the Big Brother house, I 100% believe he'd be able to play in the Big Brother house. I think he'd be doing a great job in this season if you threw him in there right now. It's really just the if you know, you know thing with Boston Rob. He's really just one of them competitors. If you don't believe me, go ahead and watch the seasons of Survivor. In conclusion, great week 6 though. Rachel might not have had the best HOH week in my opinion, but she set herself up really good going into this next week where she can compete for HOH power, which is the exact opposite of what Mickey's done with this week. Like I said, she's able to survive for one more week, but if she don't win that HOH power, she is definitely going up on the block again in my opinion. Let me know what y'all thought about Rachel week, or who do y'all think is about to win this HOH going into week 7.